So the next pattern is a drag and roll, and this is a really nice sneaky way to skip rope without jumping at all. It looks like this. And this is the one that really confuses people because they think the rope is going from front to back, and it is, but it's going side to side mostly, and that enables me to not have to jump. So for the drag and roll, we have 4 basic steps, and I want you to start without the rope. So I want you to set up with your feet in like a squat stance, so a little bit further than hip width apart. We're going to have our hands like facing together about a foot distance apart, and we're going to drag to one side. From here we're going to flick with the wrist, then we're going to drag towards the back, and then we're going to flick the wrist to the front. So it's drag, flick, drag, flick to the front. So it's drag, flip to the back, twist and drag, flip to the front, twist and drag, flip to the back, twist and drag, flip to the front. Notice that my arms aren't coming up over my head. People immediately try and throw the rope over the head using the arms and the shoulders. We're only going to do that with the wrist. So hands together, twist and drag, flip to the back, twist and drag, flip to the front. And it's very useful to think about being very connected to your feet here. When you're doing these 4 practice steps, feel really connected, and you want to rotate with your torso. The hips are going to come side to side, the knees are going to come back and forth a little bit. So I want you to pattern that. Twist and drag, flick to the back, twist and drag, flick to the front. Let's try it with the rope. It'll feel clunky when you first start doing this, when you're doing it slow. It doesn't really start to get smooth until you add some speed, but we'll get there. So, hands together, okay grip, twist and drag, flick with as minimal arm as you can to the back, twist and drag, flick with as much wrist and as minimal arm as you can, flick to the front, twist and drag, flick to the back, twist and drag, flick to the front, twist and drag, flip to the back, twist and drag, flip to the front. Now we can add a little bit of speed and a little bit of momentum. And then we end up in the drag and roll. So drag and roll, drag and roll, drag and roll. The roll part is all in the wrist, and it's all in the grip, and it's about staying relaxed and just using that momentum. The index finger is going to flick the rope to the back. So drag, roll, drag, roll. So we're rolling it over the index finger. The basics again: twist, roll to the back, twist, roll to the front. Feel your feet connected to the ground and really practice those 4 basic steps. If you get those 4 basic steps right, you will be able to do this move with a little bit of practice. So hands out front, drag and twist, flick to the back. So now it's at my heels, drag and twist, flick to the front. Now it's at my ankles, drag and twist, flick to the back. It's at my heels, drag and twist, flick to the front. It's at my toes. Then with a little bit of speed, a little bit of coordination. Now we've got the drag and roll. But I'm twisting to my left now. So what you want to do is also practice going to the right. So one side you're going to feel much more comfortable and much better at, but obviously we want to train both sides, because we want both sides, both the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of the brain, to kind of learn, and the left side of the body and the right side of the body to learn from one another. When you get that coordination on both sides, you get self-organized, you get muscle memory, and once it's in you, it's in you and you won't forget it. So, training the other side. Drag, roll, drag, and roll. Twist and drag, flip to the back, twist and drag, flip to the front, twist and drag, flip to the back, twist and drag. And then it's about using that momentum as you come through to do the other one. As the momentum comes from the back, we use that to flip to the front. Couple of key things to think about here. At first you need to use a little bit of arm, but eventually, see how I can do this with very little movement of the arms, or at least my hands stay pretty much below my rib cage. That's a key cue to think about, because when people start, initially they're trying to use their hands a lot, but really we want to be totally relaxed and use as little movement as possible to stay in that rhythm and use the momentum of the rope to go from front to back. So that is the drag and roll to the left, and that is the drag and roll to the right. Notice how my feet aren't moving. I'm staying very connected to the ground here. And I'm relaxed, and I'm staying in the rhythm. But break down those 4 steps. Drag, roll, drag, roll, drag, roll, drag, roll. Get your torso twisting on top of your hips. So that is the drag and roll.